Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Open Door Hypnosis TV. I'm Shara Prophet, the Mind Magic Coach. Today, or tonight I should say, I am doing a birthday reading for the Tauruses. Birthdays falling on May 19th, May 20th, and May 21st, because today is my birthday, May 20th. And I was going to do my own reading. And then Spirit said, get on here and do a reading for the collective Tauruses. So I'm just burning a little bit of frankincense right here on my hot coals just to get everything going nicely. I'm going to light another candle here. I have a candle going here with some oil burning. So I hope everybody had a happy birthday this weekend. I surely did. I truly enjoyed myself. I had a weekend of just rest, relaxation, up in the woods, in the canyon, by the beach. It was amazing. So I did, true Taurus style celebration. Okay, guys. So I'm going to be pulling from four decks here. Okay, I've already cleansed, blessed, shuffled, and cut all the decks because I did that off camera just to save time. I didn't want this video. This is going to be a long reading, but I didn't want the video to be too drawn out with all of that. And then I'm going to be pulling one more overall card for healing. An overall card for how to heal, release, let go, things like that, okay? I don't know about you guys, but a lot has been coming up for me personally. And so that's why I thought that would be a good idea to go ahead and do this reading tonight, okay? Hi, Galaxy Nova, how are you? And I didn't forget, was that you? Or I think that was Nikki that asked for a Gemini reading, and I'll do a Gemini reading too because I'm on the cusp. So I have a lot of Gemini qualities and attributes in my chart as well. So I will do that for sure. So let's just go ahead and get started. Move these out of the way. Alrighty. So I'm going to be pulling for several different positions here. The first position is going to be for what needs to be released or changed. The second position is for what needs to be done. And then the fourth position is what used to be. The fifth position is what will be. And then in the center, we're going to be pulling for the influence from above in the spiritual realm. What is now, the way things are right now, and then the influence from below. This is an as above, so below reading. I love doing these readings. They're very, very in-depth. And this is an influence from below in the physical earthly realm. And then the very last card that we will pull will be for what will I become? How will I be transformed? Okay, or what the outcome is for that, okay? So I'm going to be pulling for each position. I'm going to be pulling from one deck, and then I'm going to be clarifying with the rest of these decks. So like I said, this is going to be pretty long, a pretty deep, in-depth reading, okay? All right. Okay. Alrighty, so in the position of what needs to be released or changed, okay, we have the Eight of Wands. And right off the bat, I'm an intuitive reader. I read from the spirit realm, so I tap into the collective consciousness for all of the Tauruses whose birthdays fall on May 19th, the 20th, and the 21st. You don't have to be a Taurus to watch this video, obviously. If you have a Taurus in your life or if there's Taurus in your chart, you definitely want to pay attention to this reading. So what needs to be released or changed is the rush of things coming in. Okay. We have a tendency to, even right now in this energy, we have a tendency to be highly receptive. So we're receiving a lot of energy that's coming in. There's a lot of the energy of feeling like I have to get things done. I need to move on this. Um, why aren't things moving fast enough? But things are coming in fast. Ideas are coming in fast. There may even be a lot of opportunities coming in fast. But it is causing some sort of, I feel like an upheaval almost. Like it's almost kind of causing some anxiety. Okay. So what needs to change is the need or the feeling that you must be doing all things at once, that you have to take all of the opportunities, that you have to take all of the things in, everything that's coming at you, that you must give it your attention. Okay. So, in the position of what needs to be done, we have the Queen of Swords. So, the Queen of Swords is all about tapping into what needs to be cut out. Okay. She represents great wisdom that comes from sorrow. Okay. She represents that pain that you draw all of your wisdom and knowledge from, that makes you stronger, knowing when to cut things out, who to cut out, okay, what to cut out of your life. And sometimes when we have to do that, it brings us a lot of pain. Okay, so that's what needs to be done. You're coming back over here to this Eight of Wands energy where it's saying there's a lot coming in, there's a lot happening right now. But you might need to let go of some things here. Let's see if I can get this in the screen. You might need to let go of some things with this Queen of Swords energy here. Okay. And some of the things that you need to let go, or some of the people that you might need to let go of. I'm going to move this over because I don't want that smoke to mess up my microphone. And some of the things that you might need to let go of may cause you some sort of pain or distress. Okay. And then we move down here into what used to be. This is the past card. And what used to be is feeling we have temperance here. This is the temperance. Okay. And temperance is all about balance. Okay. We have that angel here who is pouring water or liquid into a vessel, from one vessel into the other one, blending, mixing, balancing. Okay. So in the past position, this is what used to be. There was a lot of, I get the feeling of a lot of needing to balance things out. Okay. There's been a lot of struggle to balance things out. I'm picking up on a struggle here. Okay. I'm picking up on, okay, I need to make sure I eat right. I need to make sure I keep my shape, keep my body and my fitness up. I need to make sure bills are paid. I need to make sure I'm doing a good job in my work. I need to make sure I'm being a good friend, a good mother, a good father, a good daughter, or whatever. Okay. The struggle to be in balance, the struggle to keep that up. Okay. So that's in the position of what used to be. What will be is the Ace of Swords. Okay. The Ace of Swords is a new beginning, a new way of thinking. Okay. Mastering the thoughts. Mastering the thoughts. Very, very, very important. You guys know that I talk a lot about the importance of mastering your thoughts and your emotions so that you can get a more control over your vibration and your vibratory field. Okay. So this is what will be. All right. And we'll get more into that as I go into the reading. I'm just kind of giving you guys a quick little overview of this. Okay. So in the position of the influence from above, the spirit realm, we have the Three of Pentacles. Off the bat, immediately, what I get is ask for help. Ask for help. Allow people to assist you. As Tauruses, we tend to want to do everything on our own. We tend to want to give the appearance that everything is okay. We're so strong. We're independent. We're the workers. We work hard, we play hard, we love luxury and we love to look nice and to feel good. So sometimes we'll put on those airs and we'll put on that appearance that everything is okay, when underneath the surface we are conflicted. So what this is saying from the spirit realm is to allow people to come in and help you, allow people to come in and offer their ideas and their energy and their passion and their expertise. So you don't have to do everything on your own. If you're trying to figure out how to balance your life out and you don't know how to do that, or you're having a struggle, then you need to maybe get some books or reach out to someone. Even if you're just talking to a friend, somebody who you trust, somebody who has the know-how to do that. You want to connect with other people who can help you. Okay. The Three of Pentacles is all about building something in a community of people. Okay. And somebody might be able to come along and help you. And when I say you, I mean me too. Okay. Because this is definitely speaking to me for sure. Please believe that. Okay. So that's what's coming up in the position of the influence from above, the spirit realm. In the position of what is and the way things are now is the wheel. We got the Wheel of Fortune right here. And things are turning around. Things are changing, shifting. And it might even feel very difficult for you. It may feel like there's an inner conflict. Remember, I talked about the inner conflict with the Ace, the Eight of Wands, and that Queen of Swords. So this is talking about the way things are right now. We got the past and the future and then the present, right? So in order for things to get to this Ace of Swords, where we have mastered our emotions and our thoughts, we got to start cutting out the fat that no longer belongs. And that's what you might be experiencing right now in the present. Things are shifting. Your relationships might be changing with you, with yourself, with people. I'm getting more with the self. The relationship to the self is shifting. You're getting to know yourself on a deeper level. Okay, there's things that might be popping up from the past as well, from childhood. You might notice some things popping up from childhood that is shaking you up a little bit. It's shaken up. Things are being shaken up. Okay, that's what this Wheel of Fortune is. But the reason why it's called the Wheel of Fortune is because even though it's not all unicorns, poppies, and lollipops, okay, when the Wheel of Fortune comes along. But the reason why it's called the Wheel of Fortune is because through that shift, through that paradigm shift, that wheel is turning, okay, it's turning, which means things are changing. Through that paradigm shift, great fortune awaits you. Okay, so right now you are going through a great change, a great shift in your thinking, a great shift in your relationship. I'm getting this is to me, this feels like relationships. This feels like relationships to the self, relationships to people around you, how you see the people in your life, and even how you see yourself as it relates to those people being in your life. I'm adding a little bit more of the frankincense to my coal here. So even in relationship to yourself, in relationship, okay, this is what it is. I'm sorry. The way you see yourself with other people, okay, whatever your relationship is, if it's a romantic relationship with your friends, relationship with your work, relationship with your family, okay, you're starting to look at that on a deeper level, and it's causing you to look at yourself on a deeper level, because we know that every interaction that we have, our relationships are a reflection of who we are. Okay, so this is shifting right now. All right, but it's also your destiny card. It is your destiny it is our destiny to allow this thing to take place right now. Don't fight it. Don't go against it. Don't try to hide from it. it is meant to be, it has to happen in order for the breakthrough to take place, because a huge breakthrough is coming, okay? So here we have the influence from below, the physical earthly realm. We have here the Seven of Swords. And the Seven of Swords is all about deceit and deception. And immediately this is self-imposed deception or defeat, okay? Or deceit. Okay. So off the break, I'm hearing in this process of things shifting and changing, in this process of cutting out the fat, okay, too much information coming in very, very quickly, too many opportunities coming in, or not, I'm not going to say too many, but a lot of different opportunities coming in that can start to cloud your judgment or overwhelm you, I should say, because I don't really see any cloudiness. So I can't say that it's clouding judgment, but what I will say is that it's an overwhelming sense of, I got so much to do. I have so much on my plate. How do I get started? So in the process of cutting those things out, there may be some thoughts that pop up, thoughts that crop up for you that say, you know what, you can't do this. You know, you're not enough. This isn't, you don't bring enough to the table. You don't know enough. You don't have enough going on for you to take these opportunities. Okay. So this could be stopping you from even considering some of these opportunities. And what this is doing is, this is that subconscious programming that can crop up when we are about to step into the next phase of our lives, and we're about to step into that bigness and have those huge breakthroughs, okay? When we're about to do that, these opportunities are coming in because we've been manifesting and we've been doing the work to get these opportunities to come in. They're coming in now, all right? But there's something blocking us from moving forward on it. There's something blocking us from saying, yes, let's do that, from being able to make the decision, being able to wisely cut out the things that do not serve us. Okay. It is causing some upheaval. And so this Seven of Swords is all about that. It's all about allowing your thoughts to run away from you or run away with you. Okay. This is all about allowing the thoughts. See how he's carrying all of these swords and he's kind of running away, looks like a thief. So what I like to call, I like to refer to this as the subconscious programming, okay, that keeps us bound and held in our smallness, keeps us bound and held in the place where we are when we want to move forward. And then that negative self-talk begins, those thoughts start coming in and it runs away with us. Okay. If we don't get a handle on the thoughts, if we don't start to cut it out, okay, then it can run away. It can start, the momentum can start going downhill and then you can't stop it. Okay. So that's what this is, the influence from below, the subconscious mind. All right. So let's just go ahead and pull out. Okay, they're telling me to do this one next. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and pull some clarifiers out. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Okay. All right, so I'm pulling from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck by Colette Baron Reed. I think that's her name. Yes. Okay, so underneath this Ace of Wands, okay, this is clarifying that Ace of Wands. We have here by the book. I'm sorry, 8 of Wands, not Ace of Wands. Okay, we have by the book. Can y'all see that? I don't know, the glare. So that's the by the book. Okay, so by the book is telling us to allow ourselves to, again, cut out the things that we don't really need, that does not need our attention. Okay. It's telling us to learn all about these opportunities that are coming your way. Do your research, find out what's what, who's who. Okay. What is something that I need to pay attention to? Do it by the book. So if you're thinking about, if you're running a business, right? Okay, and you're thinking about, I want to take my business to the next level. I want to get, I really want to bump things up this year. And you got all of these opportunities coming in. They're coming in. People are contacting you to work with you. They want to partner with you. They want to do this stuff, right? So instead of saying yes to everything because you're not quite certain about what to say yes to or what to say no to, this is saying do it by the book. Okay. So you got to think on the level of a huge corporation. So before a huge corporation says yes to merging with another company, they need to get all of the specs of that other company. They need to get all of the background information on that company, on the people who run the company. They need to get the projections. They need to look at the 10 years past revenue streams and everything like that. So you need to go by the book and do your research. Okay. You're getting all these opportunities. If it's a new job offer, if it's a new relationship, okay, if it's a person that's pursuing you, even if it's a new person or a person from the past, do your research, tap into your own inner awareness and say, is this person good for me? Is this something that I want to be a part of? Is this an opportunity I need to say yes to? Don't just jump out there and say yes to it. And usually we don't do that. Tauruses are very, very, we move slow. And part of the reason why we move slow is because we're very cautious about what we say yes to. Okay. So this is just kind of reinforcing and confirming that you need to be more by the book. Okay. Start to handle your business and your work life, your professional life, and your personal life. Start to handle it like a CEO would of a big corporation. Okay. And the reason why is because we're getting ready to step into a whole nother level. Okay. We're getting ready to it's about to be amped up like times 100. I'm telling you, I feel it. I've seen it. Like I have had visions of it because Tauruses have been going through stuff for a really long time. Like we have been really in the battlefield of our own minds. We have been dealing with financial issues. We've been dealing with relationship issues. We've been dealing with, business issues, and things have just been in upheaval for us for quite some time. Now it's all for the greater good because obviously, everything is here to strengthen us and is here for our highest benefit, right? So it's not that we were going through this for no reason. We were going through this to build up our strength, to build up our acuity, to build up our ability to take a deeper look and look at the details, to cross the T's and dot the I's, okay, to read the fine print, going by the book. And see, when you go by the book and you learn the rules to things, you can always go in and break them. I tell this to my students all the time. Learn the basics, learn the rules, know them front and back so that you can go in there and you can break them when you need to break them without getting yourself in a world of trouble. Okay. So in the next position here, we have TikTok. This falls right under what needs to be done. So a couple of things are coming up when I see this card here. I'll show it to you guys. A couple of things are coming up when I see this card. So TikTok is saying the time is now. The time is now. Okay. We have been through so much. We have been through a lot of hurt, a lot of pain, a lot of sorrow, a lot has happened probably over the past 10 years. Okay. Probably the past 10 years have been pretty rocky and pretty rough and pretty uncertain for you, but you've made it through. You're here. You're here now. And now is the time. Now is the time to do the work. Now is the time to clear out Any of that muck, cut it out, right? With this Queen of Swords energy right here. Cut it out. That wisdom from the sorrow, from the pain, right? We got a lot of wisdom in that struggle. We got a lot of wisdom in those um, sleepless nights, okay? And those times when we had to break down and cry and just to release. We went through a lot, but in that pain came a lot of wisdom. So it's time to put that wisdom to good use, and it's time to start cutting away the people, the things, the thoughts, the belief systems, the ideas about who you are and who somebody told you you were. It's time to cut all of that out. The time is now. Tick tock. Okay. And when I say the time is now, this is not to say go rush into hurry up and don't go into this healing process thinking that you need to hurry up and rush through it. That's not what I'm saying. This is saying take your time going through it. That's why it's kind of a two-sided meaning here. TikTok, the time is now. Get to it, start, but don't rush through it. Allow yourself to move through this process in a loving manner, okay? In a gentle manner. You don't need to be rough with yourself, just be very gentle, okay? I did a hypnosis earlier today while I was still up in the woods. I did a hypnosis on releasing energy that you don't need anymore, on building up confidence, feeling like you're enough, feeling like knowing that you're perfect and whole and pure right here right now in this moment. And I feel like a lot of us need that. A lot of us, we're walking around feeling like we weren't enough, feeling like we didn't bring enough to the table, we didn't know enough to get started. But this is saying you have everything you need. You went through all of that stuff for a reason, to gain the insight, to gain the knowledge, to gain the wisdom, okay? So that you can know exactly what to do, when to do it, okay? You got your finger on the pulse now, all right? You have that. So this is what this is all about. So in this next position of what used to be, we have new life. So we have already stepped into a whole new life, a whole new way of being. We've already stepped into it. All right. So what used to be was going through all of that struggle, all of that pain and that sorrow in the past, right? Having too much going on to the point where you are just so overwhelmed, you didn't know how to handle it. Okay. Too many opportunities, too many things, too many ideas, too many people around. Okay. And when I say too many, I don't mean too many like in a bad way. I just mean a lot was happening. Okay. So now this is saying that you've come out of that place where you were, it was you had a difficulty balancing and you were struggling with balancing with everything that was going on. All right. But that was birthing new life. So from that struggle comes new life. Whether you got a new book idea, whether you got a new business idea, whether you turned over a whole new leaf and you just cut out all of the ways in which you used to approach your relationships with your loved ones, with your spouse, in dating. Okay, you stepped into a whole new life, a whole new way of being. Okay, and you can see here that she is waking up. She's waking up. She's stretching. Okay. So we have already come into this. All right. So then the next position here is to be fair. And this is what will be. And this comes right underneath that Ace of Swords energy, that new beginning, that new way of thinking, that mastering the thoughts and the emotions. Okay. And so to be fair is all about what's yours is yours. Okay. What's yours is yours. Nobody can take it away from you. What is supposed to be will be. What will be will be. Okay. And so you have already put it out there into the universe what it is that you want. You've already claimed what you wanted. You've already dreamt about it. You've already visualized what you wanted. All right. And because you're in the process now of You'll be moving into this process of mastering your thoughts and your emotions with all of these new opportunities to heal yourself, these new opportunities to become transformed, okay? In that process of reaching this ability to master your thoughts and your emotions, you begin to step into that realm of blessings, of receiving all of the blessings, and everything that is for you is yours and is coming to you. Okay? The universe is fair and balanced. And this is all about balance. You can see she has here the I can't remember what you call it. She has a balance in her hand, right? Everything is fair and balanced. So what is supposed to be yours will be yours, okay? And that's what will be. That's in the future position. Then let's go on down here to the middle column where we talk about the influence from above in the spirit realm. Lord, these nails, child. Can't wait to take them off. I'm not very happy with them, but it's okay. We won't talk about that. Anyway, so breathe. Spirit is telling us to breathe. That's what Spirit is telling us. To sit and just breathe. To let go of any stagnant energy that no longer serves you. To release and let go of the things that do not serve you. Go deep in and start to breathe deeply. And what you can do is begin to breathe through your nose very slowly and deeply. And when you allow that breath to start to fill up from the bottom of your abdomen, all the way up. So when you start to practice how to breathe, like so. So the air is going to start in the belly and it's going to move all the way up into the chest, and then you exhale. Okay. So when most people breathe like this, they breathe in the chest and it's very shallow. I've been breathing from my belly so long, I can't even breathe in my chest that well anymore. Okay. So if you begin to breathe, you fill the belly up from the bottom. See how I poked it out? And release. So Spirit is saying it's time to breathe. It's time to breathe deeply. It's time to breathe properly. So teach yourself how to breathe, okay? I might do a video on breathing techniques here or breath work. If not, I know that there are plenty of videos on YouTube that will teach you how to breathe, okay? You guys, if you've been following me for a while and you've been following my YouTube, my hypnosis videos, I always start every single one off with breathing. Because breathing is so important. The breath is so important, okay? The breath centers you. It relaxes you. It brings clarity. You can actually breathe pain out of your body. So sometimes I will have clients, take a full body scan and find if there's any tension, tightness, or stress in the body, anywhere that they feel that, breathe into it. Send the air there, hold it, and allow the air to do its work to penetrate that area and clean it out. And then on the exhale, you're breathing out all of the debris, all of the pain, all of the tension, all of the tightness, all of the stress. And you would be amazed at how quickly you feel relief. Okay, so Spirit is telling you to breathe, sit, meditate, relax, breathe. Just sit for 5 minutes in the morning and breathe deeply. Okay. And it's so ironic that this comes right on top of the Three of Pentacles, of asking for help, allowing people to come in and help you. That breath will help you. That breath is allowing your spirit guides to step into your world, into your life, to bring that sense of peace, that sense of stability. Okay. So even if you're not working with physical people, call upon your spirit guides, call upon your angels, call upon your ancestors, call upon the higher source, the source of all creation, the creator itself. Call in those higher beings, okay? Because they're there to help you as well. All right. And they will also bring into your circle and your awareness people in the physical realm that can help you as well. Okay. So breathing, meditating, allowing yourself to be clear and free of any debris, clear and free of anything that's been blocking you, energy that's been blocking you. Learn how to clear your energy. Okay. So they're saying it's time to help yourself. It's time to help yourself and to ask for help. And you can start with breath work. All right. So then the next one is the influence from below. All right. And the influence from below is from the earthly realm. And this is a change in the wind. Okay. So I don't know what part of the world you guys are in, but I know here in LA it's been very windy lately. It's been a lot of rain. In the month of May, which is quite unusual, it's usually quite hot around this time of the year. But there's been a lot of wind, there's been a lot of heavy rains. And so a change in the wind is all about shifting the energy, clearing the air, clearing your mind. Okay. It's because that comes right on top of that Seven of Swords. And remember how I said the Seven of Swords is all about deceit, deception, and the thief. The thief is your mind. Okay. Those thoughts running away, those thoughts, those negative thoughts, that negative self-talk gaining momentum, and it's running away with you. Okay, don't let your mind run away with you. Don't let your mind run into negative patterns. Okay, you got to get in there and change the winds, change the mind. You know, air rules the mind. Okay, so when's a change in the wind? It's time to change that. All right. So this is all about shifting that subconscious programming down below. Okay. This is the influence of the below, as above, so below. Okay. So this does represent what's happening in the mind that's an outpicturing in your physical world. It's also representing the subconscious mind, which is below. It is that depth. It is that deep below influence. Okay. And it's also represented in the physical world. So everything that's happening in the subconscious mind, the way we think about ourselves, the way we think about life, money, relationships, work, our bodies, all of that happens in the subconscious mind, okay, from the programming that we have received over time. And it outpictures in our physical world. So we get to see evidence of what's happening on the inside of us by looking at our lives on the outside in the physical world. So this is all about changing that up, changing this thief that's trying to steal your mind, this thief that's trying to steal your joy, this thief that's trying to steal your money, your relationships, steal your health, all of that, the way you feel about yourself, the way you feel about other people. Hi, Samuel. Thank you so much. Thank you. This is all about getting that under wraps. So the change in the wind, okay? Now let's go back up here to the center. This is the way things are right now, okay? So the way things are right now is that you know on a very deep level that things are changing. You just know. And I don't know about you guys, but I have felt a difference in the way that I handle certain struggles, okay, that I used to go through and that would drive me absolutely nuts. I mean, throw me into an absolute frenzy, sometimes a rage. I have noticed that even if I get to that point, I know on a deep level that something is changed about me. Something has shifted within me, and things are shifting in my life, okay, on a very, very deep level. So this card says deep knowing. And again, forgive my nails, child. Somebody butchered these, okay? So this deep knowing it goes right back to this Wheel of Fortune. So we got this Wheel of Fortune card right here that tells us that things are shifting, things are changing, things are the wheel is turning, right? So what used to be is no more. And that's happening right now in the present. And you know on a deep level that this is the truth. You feel it happening inside of you. Uh, oh, hey, Nikki. How you doing? Welcome back. Um, so you know on a deeper level that things are shifting in your life. You feel that. You know that. Okay. And this is what's happening right now. So I don't know if some of you have been experiencing this. And like I said, this is the energy this is the energy right now. So you don't even have to be a Taurus whose birthday falls on the 19th, 20th, or the 21st to be feeling this. This is happening all across the board. Okay. This is happening in the collective. Things are shifting for you in your life, in your mind. Things are shifting energetically, and you know on a very deep level that this is taking place. Okay, you can feel it. All right, so let's go ahead and let's pull from the Angel Tarot. Uh-huh. Yes, yes. Okay. Let me see. We already at 41 minutes. All right, it's okay. If we go longer, we go longer. It's all good. All right. Okay, so going back up here, over here with this Eight of Wands, again, this is in the position of what needs to be changed, what needs to be released. We got the Ten of Swords, all right? Again, change, recovering from addictions, okay? Maybe some of you were addicted to having a lot going on because that's the only way you felt relevant. That's the only way you felt validated is if you got a whole lot going on. I'm busy. Oh my God, I got so much going on. I just can't. Okay, I got so much happening. Maybe this was part of your addiction. Maybe this is the thing that has held you down and made you feel bound and heavy and made you feel like you can't get any relief or release because there's so much going on. Some of us are very addicted to being busy. Some of us are very addicted to drama. You know, if you always got something going on in your life romantically, okay, there's always some sort of dramatic thing taking place. Even if it really isn't, there's sometimes we create it, okay? So this is this Ten of Swords energy here. And the Ten of Swords, usually, in the traditional Rider-Waite tarot deck, it's a man laying on the ground with 10 swords in his back, okay? So a lot of people, that freaks people out when they see that card, but what that means is that you are laying to rest. You basically are slaying that old way of being, okay? And the swords again represents the mind, okay? The air represents the mind. So it's putting to bed or releasing any difficult situations from the past. So we used to be overwhelmed. We used to have too much going on where we needed to pay more attention to the things that were happening around us in our lives, right? Because we had so much going on. Maybe you didn't have time to do things by the book. Maybe you had to do your research, okay? But Tauruses, we usually do. We usually do our research. So that's not really speaking to all of us. But maybe there were some things that slipped through the cracks. Okay. So this is saying what needs to be released is the need to stay busy all the time, the need to have so much going on. That's what it's time to release this. It's time to break the addiction to being a workaholic. Okay, break the addiction to always having some sort of drama in your relationship, breaking the addiction to having 15 things happening at the same time when it comes to your household and your family and your children and your spouse, okay? It's time to break the addiction. It's time to release all of that stuff because it does not serve us. It's holding us back. It's not allowing us to grow, evolve, and move forward on the things that we really need to be focusing on. Okay. And this is also saying to embrace the change, embrace the change that is now taking place, okay? And allow that change to continue to metamorphosize, okay? And to start to come together. Whatever is falling away, let it fall away. If it's no longer serving you, let it go. It doesn't need to be here anymore, okay? Stop trying to hold on to things just because you're used to having it. Just because you're used to talking to this person every day, you know that they're not really good for you, but you keep them around. It's time to let that go. Okay. This job is draining you. It's taking up all your time. It's taking up all your energy. You cannot stand being there. Let it go. Start looking for a new job. Okay. The business that you're in, maybe you need to switch the model up. Maybe you need to switch your approach up. Maybe you need to approach it from a different way. Okay. Break the mold. That's what they're saying. They're saying break out of the mold. Let go of the addiction to staying the same and staying small. It's time to expand. It's time to release, let go, breathe, and expand. Okay. So let's look at the next card here. The next card is the Page of Earth, the Page of Coins, okay? So this comes right under that Queen of Swords energy and the tick-tock. Remember, we talked about the Queen of Swords. I'm just recapping for people who are just now joining in. The Queen of Swords energy is all about gaining that wisdom from her pain, okay? And knowing when to cut things out of her life, right? As we go back to that, what needs to be released is in the position of what needs to be done, okay? This is what needs to be released. This is what needs to be done to release it, all right? So in that process of knowing what to cut out, you start to find with this Page of Coins, you start to understand where your focus needs to be. Perhaps you decide to study a whole new area of your business. Okay, maybe your business has been moving kind of slow, and you're like, wow, I really need to expand. Maybe now you're saying, okay, I'm gonna cut all of the stuff out that doesn't serve me, and now I'm at a place where I found out about something that can really take my business to the next level. Maybe you're reading a book. Maybe you're taking a new class. Okay. Maybe you are allowing yourself to expand. Okay. This is the Page of Coins is usually about, becoming a scholar. All right. And when I say becoming a scholar, it doesn't mean you got to go to a 4-year university and all of that stuff. Sometimes it's just reading a book that opens you up and helps to expand you, gives you a new idea, and boom, your business is taking off. Okay. Your relationship is changing. You are able to finally shed the weight. Okay. And sometimes being a scholar doesn't necessarily mean picking up a book and reading it or going to school, but sometimes it means getting a mentor. Sometimes it means working with a counselor or working with a therapist or somebody who can just, put you in the place where you need to be or help to give you ideas to start getting that wheel going, that, getting your mind going and saying, oh, this could be very fruitful and abundant for me. Okay, so this Page of Coins is all about, Page of Pentacles is all about learning something new to help bring more financial freedom, to help bring more abundance, whether that's learning something new about yourself or learning something new about an area of your business or in your personal life, okay? Gaining knowledge and wisdom. And again, that comes right under that Queen of Swords energy, which makes perfect sense, okay? Because the Queen of Swords is all about using her wisdom to slay the things out of her life or to slay that inner dragon that has been keeping her down and keeping her bound to that sameness, that smallness of life, or the smallness of the mind. Okay. And the time is now, with that TikTok card right underneath it. Now is the time. If you've been thinking about learning a new craft, or a new, um, a new trade or something like that, now is the time to start, doing your research and finding out which way or direction you need to move in to get that done. So in the position of what used to be, we have here release. Okay. We have here release, the end of a phase or situation, spiritual transformation, time to move on. Okay. And this comes right underneath what used to be in the position of the temperance card, where that temperance card was, where that balance, finding struggle to balance, finding the struggle to handle all of the stuff that's coming at you with that Eight of Wands energy. Okay. And then the new life card is right on top of that. And here we have release. Okay. It's time for a new beginning. It's time to end that phase of struggle. It's time for your spiritual transformation. It's time to move on. It's time to let go. It's time to release. It's time to move on. It's time to breathe your way into a new life, a new way of being, a new way of seeing things, a way of seeing yourself. Okay. So let's move up here to we're going to move over here to the position of what will be. All right. So again, this falls right underneath that Ace of Swords. And to be fair, the Ace of Swords is all about mastery of the mind and emotions, okay, in order to bring about new opportunities. All right. And then we have, to be fair, the balance. Everything is balanced. Once you balance out your mind and your emotions, your thoughts and your emotions, you create a new vibration. And when you create a new vibration, you're raising your vibration. And that balances the playing field, okay? And so here we have the Fool, the dreamer, okay? And the Fool is all about taking that leap of faith, following your dreams, unexpected opportunities coming your way, okay? That Ace of Swords is all about new opportunities. Once you get your mind and your emotions in check, it brings about that higher vibration, and that higher vibration puts you in a position to catch opportunities that are for you. Everything, what is for you is for you, okay? Because the universe is balanced and fair. What is for you is for you. Here, it is time to move into the position of the Fool, okay? That's what will be. You will be renewed. You will be renewed in spirit and mind and body, and you will have the ability to move forward, okay? To pull yourself out of the muck of not being enough, not having enough, not knowing enough, out of the muck of self-doubt, out of the muck of, uh, uh, financial issues, out of the muck of relationship issues. It's time to leave it all behind and walk out of that sludge into the light, cleaning yourself all the way off, okay? And standing there ready to proceed, ready to take that leap of faith, ready to go into the unknown, because now you're lighter, you're freer, you're more open, you have clarity, you feel good, okay? And it's easier for you to step into this life right now. All right. It'll be easier for you to step into this life because you've slayed the dragon. You've cut out all of the fat. You've left behind the parts of yourself and other things, people, places, situations that no longer serve you. You're back at zero. You're back to the very beginning, that primordial essence and energy, okay, which is the very, very beginning of spirit. That's what the Fool card is all about. It's all about returning to yourself, to your true self. And when we're our true selves, we're able to step into the unknown because we are open, we are free, we are clear, we're light, okay? The energy is light. And when you're light, you're able to just leap because you don't have anything heavy weighing you down. You don't have any fear of being drugged down and falling down because you're so light. You're like, I'll take the leap and I'll just fly. Okay. So that's what we'll be. If you drop, if you allow what's happening to continue to happen in faith and trusting and knowing that something amazing is taking place right now, if you allow yourself to go through this transformation, this is the end result right here, y'all. This is the end result right here. Okay. So let's go to the influence from above. And here we have this. Oh my goodness. Okay. So we got the Three of Coins again, Three of Pentacles again. Remember that came early in the same exact position. Same exact position. Okay. The power of creativity, recognition for very high quality work. Be a team player. Okay. So again, this is telling you to call. Y'all know I love to refer to the angels and the ascendant masters and our ancestors and our demons and our um, all of our spirit team. I like to refer to them as the unseen team. Okay. So this is coming from the above influence, the spirit realm. Call on your spirit team, whoever that is for you, whatever that means to you. Okay. Call on your spirit team. It's time to reconnect. It's time to form a deeper bond with them. It's time to rely on them because they are here to help us, okay? And they are aspects of us. They live within us. These are not outside deities. These are aspects of us. We are one and the same. We're cut from the very same cloth. So we are calling upon the higher consciousness of ourselves. We're tapping into that true divinity within, going back to pure spirit, that primordial essence and that primordial energy of the Fool card, right? They're saying, we're here. You have so many aspects of yourself. That's why thought angles of light, the way the angles of the electric pulses hit the brain, that is your angel, okay? There's so many aspects of us. We have higher aspects and lower aspects. Those will be your demons, okay? We have ascendant masters, those who have come before us, and some of them who are connected to us through past lives or through ancestral energy, okay? Those ascendant masters, they also live in us. They are also an aspect of ourselves. They are an aspect of us. Those gods and goddesses are aspects of us, okay? And a lot of them, we can't prove that they existed here on the planet, but we know that the energy is real. The energy exists, okay? So call upon them, all right? And know that they are aspects of you. When you are calling these angel names, when you are calling on Archangel Raphael or Archangel Michael or Archangel Metatron, when you are calling on these names, these are code words, these are key words that activate something within your subconscious mind. It activates that aspect, it activates that energy or that quality within you. Okay? So if you are calling upon the goddess mother Isis, okay, who is my spirit mother, when I call upon the goddess mother Isis, I am calling upon my natural innate ability to heal, my natural innate ability to reassemble, to bring back together the fragmented pieces of my soul and my mind, okay? When I'm calling upon Archangel Michael, I am calling upon my natural ability to protect myself and my home, okay? To pull that energy of protection, that energy of security all around my home, all around my body, my car, my cat, okay? My finances. When I'm calling upon Archangel Raphael, I am calling upon the aspect of me, that quality within me that already knows how to heal, myself, how to heal my mind. Okay? So these are all aspects, and they're saying, use us, breathe deeply, connect with yourself, connect with your higher self, your higher consciousness, and you will be connected to your spirit team. They are waiting for you. This is how we're going to be able to come all the way out of this muck, y'all. We've been in this muck for a long time, and it's time to come out because there's some big stuff waiting. There are some huge rewards, huge financial windfalls. I mean, you guys just have no idea. And what you think you know, you really have no idea how the scale on which the scale that is going to happen on. You have no idea how big it is. Okay. So this three of coins has shown up twice in the same position. All right. So let's go ahead and move down here. We have here the Empress in the position of the influence from below. All right. This is the earthly physical realm. Okay. The subconscious realm. All right. So we have the Empress, and it says, lavish abundance, give birth to your dreams, nurture yourself and others. So the Empress is us. The Empress is Taurus. All right. That is that Taurian energy, that energy of luxury, of abundance, of birthing new things, nurturing a new idea, nurturing a child, nurturing a family, nurturing yourself. Okay. Sitting in nature and just really reconnecting with your true divine self. All right. Hi, Purple 17. I am a Taurus, and today is my birthday, and that is the reason why I am doing this reading. Welcome to the channel. So this is our energy, guys. This is the Taurian energy right here, okay? And so what this is saying, what I'm picking up intuitively is that, remember we had that Seven of Swords here, the thief running away with the mind is the thief that runs away with the thoughts, or the thoughts run away with the mind, okay, and takes you into that downward spiral that can lead you to depression and guilt and shame and feeling like you don't have everything you need, feeling like you're not enough, okay? Remember we had that, and then we had that change in the wind, time to change the thoughts. When we change the thoughts, we step into this Empress energy, this abundant energy. Thank you. Happy New Year. Thank you. Yes, it's my new year. You're very welcome. I'm glad to have you here. So when we leave behind all of that, right, and we start to shift our thinking and we start to shift those subconscious patterns, okay, that have those subconscious patterns and those belief systems that give us all of these swords that tell us we don't have enough, we're not good enough, okay, when we shift the wind, when we start to blow those swords out of there and say, get out of here, you don't belong here anymore, we step into this Empress energy. We step into this abundant energy, this lavish abundance, y'all. Not just abundance, but lavish abundance, okay? Lavish abundance, having everything that you want. Having everything that you could have ever dreamed of on a grander scale, on a scale like you never even imagined. You think you know, because we can think big. Tauruses can think big, okay? Because we love the best of the best of the best. We can think big, but you think you're thinking big, and they're saying you have no idea. If you do this work, if you do what this reading is telling you to do, and you allow for these things to unfold organically and naturally in your life, and you do the work, just do the work. And when I say do the work, I mean really do the work. Not going out here working a double shift. No, that's not the work. The work is inside here and in up here. Okay, that's the work. And you guys know that's what this channel is all about. Teaching you how to harness the power of your subconscious mind to shift your life, to change your life. And I use cards like this because the subconscious mind, not because it's woo-woo, because I had somebody on here last week tell me it was woo-woo to use cards as a hypnotherapist, and I was discrediting myself, okay? I use cards because the subconscious mind's language is images and symbols, Okay. So when you see these cards and these symbols and these images, something is automatically triggered in the subconscious mind to help you have a deeper understanding, a deeper interpretation. And I'm giving you my interpretation right now, but hopefully you guys are taking notes and you will watch this again and you will look at the images that I show you on the screen and you will come up with your own interpretation for how you receive this in your life and for your own purpose, okay? So the cards are very important as it relates to the subconscious mind and how it speaks to your subconscious mind and gets those wheels turning and churning, okay? So let's move up here to what is and the way things are now. Um, we have the Four of Wands, the Four of Fire, okay? Four of Wands, the Four of Fire. And this says contentment, peace, and abundance, a happy home life, successful completion of a project. All right. So this is the way things are right now. Even though you got a lot going on, this is internal, mind you. This is all internal stuff. Okay. So even though you got a lot going on internally, your home life is this is saying your home life is pretty smooth sailing. There's not a lot of upheaval in the home life right now, which is a good thing. And part of the reason for that is because this you see this like light in the center here, this light right here in the center of these four wands. Now the four wands represent stability. Okay. They represent almost like the four walls. Okay. The four walls of a structure, your home, your business. Okay. Because the wands usually represent what's happening here on the earthly realm. Okay. It's the result of the work or the action taken to create the things here on the earthly realm. All right. So to me, this Four of Wands card represents what you have built with your own two hands, with your own ideas. Okay, those four walls there. And then we have this light in the center. And the light in the center is that desire for more comfort, for contentment, for peace in your home, peace in your relationships, peace in your personal life, okay, in your physical world. That's the desire. That's the burn. That's the deep knowing. That's the deep knowing that no matter what's going on, I really do have everything that I need. I am stable. I am secure. I am safe. I have love all around me in my world. And if you can't see that right now for whatever reason, it's time to sit down and get quiet and still enough and really take inventory of your life. What ways are you blessed? What do you have to be grateful for? What do you have to be appreciative of and thankful for right now in this moment? Are you sitting in a chair? Is there a roof over your head? Do you have water to drink? Do you have some food to eat? Even if it's not necessarily the food you desire right now, do you have that? These are the things that we have to start looking at because this is telling us that right now, the way things are right now is that you got everything you need right now. You have everything you need. And the starting point is to know, have that deep knowing that I have everything that I need right now. And I am safe. I am secure. I am stable. Claiming that, speaking it in the present tense, putting the I am before the positive affirmation, the affirmative, speaking it right now. This is what this card is telling us to do. Because it is there, but sometimes we get so overwhelmed with all that we got to do to get more. We don't stop and say, wait a minute, I kind of got everything I need right now. Of course, I desire more. I'm available and receptive and accepting more because that's just us. We like the finer things in life, okay? And we will experience that. If you're not experiencing it right now, you will soon. But stop for a moment. Look at the four walls around you. Look at them. I don't care if you are in a trailer home. Look at the four walls around you. If you are in a car, look at the four walls around you. You're secure. You're safe. If you are in a box, look at the four walls around you. You understand? Okay. Your prosperity and your journey to abundance and your journey to true wealth begins at gratitude and appreciation for what you have right now. And they're saying you got what you need. You have everything you need to get what you want. You have everything you need to succeed, to get to that Empress energy, to get to that Fool energy, that Ace of Swords energy. You got everything you need already, okay? So let's go ahead and pull. We're almost done, guys. We got one more deck to pull from. I know this is a little long, but it's okay. It's our birthday, so we can do a long reading. And I don't do readings very often, but when I do, they come through pretty strong. Okay. So now I'm pulling from the Ascendant Masters deck. This is my first time using this deck. Somebody lent me this deck. So we're just going to see what comes out. And I might have to read from the book since I have not done work with this deck yet. I don't have my intuitiveness hasn't connected with this yet. So let's just. All right. So I'm going to use the book real quick. So in the position of what needs to be released or changed, okay? And I'm using my little notes because this is what I do. I come up with layouts, and then I just write it out like this. So I'm using my notes. This layout is actually from the Voodoo Tarot deck, the New Orleans Voodoo Tarot deck. So this is one layout, but I have a lot of different layouts that I've created. So I usually write it out like this, and then I'll just read from my notes, okay? But so let's look at this one here. This is Amaterasu. Amaterasu. Okay. So this is what needs to be released or changed in Amaterasu. It's time for you to make your real feelings and beliefs known. This card asks you to reveal who you really are to yourself and others. This may involve having a heart-to-heart discussion with a loved one or allowing other people to see your true nature. You will be spiritually supported in this process, and the Ascendant Masters will help you to be lovingly honest. As a result of coming out of the closet, that's what this card says. Come out of the closet. Okay. So before I read on, this is all about coming out of your smallness. A lot of us are playing small. You know that there is a big idea inside of you. You know that there is something brewing inside of you that is ready to come to the surface. And a lot of us are living real small. We are not living fully in our purpose. We are not stepping into the plan for our lives. Now, so you made an agreement before you got here to do something on this planet. And the reason why we are having this inner conflict, the reason why we feel like we got to do so much with this Eight of Wands energy, that we got to stay busy, we always got to have a lot going on, is to prove to ourselves, because we ain't trying to prove it to nobody else, we're trying to prove it to yourself, that you are worthy, that you are enough. If I got a lot on my plate, then I appear as if I am important and I am busy. When for real, the reason why we are overcompensating that way is because we have not come out of the closet. We have not revealed our true selves to ourselves and to people around us, to the world. We haven't done that yet. And that is the reason why we feel like we have to overcompensate. So there's something inside of you that's ready to come out. There's an idea. There is a new you. You might need to be really coming out of the closet, like for real, for real. Okay. You might even, let me tell you something, you might be in a relationship with the opposite sex, but maybe that's not your true self. This is all about answering to your true self, saying yes to you, whatever that means for you. That's what I'm getting from this card, okay? Come out of the closet. Who are you? Who are you? Who do you want to be? Who do you feel like you are on the inside? Not, no, you're not a mother. No, you're not a father. No, you're not a daughter or a son or a sister or a brother or a friend. You're those things, but that's in the world. But who are you for real? Down in the very, very core of yourself. Who are you? Come out. Come on out, resurrect yourself, bring yourself to the forefront. It's time, y'all. It's time for us to come out. And I'm telling you, I'm speaking to myself right now, too. Playing small, playing small. It's time to leave that small part of yourself alone. Put it, thank you for being small. Thank you for getting me here. Okay, let me tell you something. They're telling me to tell you this. I want you guys to make a list of ways that you can live big. And I don't mean go spend, go on a yacht big and spend a lot of money on some big fancy car. No. What are things that you can do right now? What can you start to initiate in your life that's going to push you to the limit? Something that you don't do often or you've been wanting to do it. Do it. Even if it's waking up in the morning and taking a walk around the block. That's big. Because that's something that you haven't been doing. It doesn't have to be big on a grand scale. It has to be big for you. It has to take you to a different level. It has to take you to the next phase of yourself, okay? I will give you a very good example. One of the things that I need to do that I'm going to start doing right now, okay, I turned 40 today. And one of the things that I have been wanting to do for a very, very, very long time is to start putting myself out there, media, TV, things like that. And I had a mentor tell me last year, you need to pick up the phone and just start calling these people and saying, hey, I do this. I want to talk about it. But because I was so afraid to be seen, okay? And I'm being brutally transparent with you guys, okay? One of my fears is being seen, okay? And I don't have a problem with being on YouTube, but when I think of taking it to the next level, it's scary. So if you have been experiencing something in your life that has made you say, man, I really wish I could do that. I really want to do that, but take the but out. I really want to do that. And I'm taking this step to do that. Can you shift your language? Change that, be the change in the wind by shifting your language. Okay, so let me just finish reading this real quick. Okay, as a result of coming out of the closet, your relationships will deepen because you'll know that you're loved for who you really are. Okay? And sometimes some relationships might end because of who you really are. And that's okay too. So let go of judgments about yourself and others. Speak your truth with love. Allow others to get to know the real you. Trust that your authentic self is lovable and likable. The more authentic you are, the higher the energy and success of all of your projects. Okay. And Amaterasu is the Japanese Shinto sun goddess who was so bright and radiant that her parents sent her to heaven, where she now shines down upon humanity. Amaterasu became upset when her brother, the storm god, was demolishing the planet. So she hid herself in a cave in a protest, and the world grew cold and dark. Okay, so even that right there, she hid herself away from the world. and the world grew cold and dark. So if you're hiding your light, if you're hiding your true self from the world, honey, you're not doing a service to the world. You're not doing a service to yourself. You're leaving us in the cold and the dark because we need your light. We need your energy. We need you to show up and be who you really are. That is what they're saying. It's time for you to show up and show out. So whatever it is, if you have been overweight for the majority of your life, and you know that that's not really who you are, you know that the real you is underneath all of those layers and layers of padding and protection, but you are too afraid to let that real you come out, because that's really a lot of what people's issue is with weight gain, okay, is that they are hiding behind it so they don't have to be big, so they don't have to be seen, okay? If I'm big, nobody's going to pay attention to me. Nobody's going to want to get to know me. I could keep people away. But if I start to really grow into myself, if I start to really bring out the true me, and the true you don't have to be 100 pounds, the true you could just be a few pounds lighter, okay? But you have got to step into the real you. Okay, so let me move on because I'm going. We got more to do, and I don't want to stay in one place for too long. Okay, so the next position is what needs to be done. Freedom. Freedom. Freedom is what comes up. That's what needs to be done. Freedom. And this is Hina or Henna. Okay, I'm not familiar with this ascended master. So right off the break, freedom comes right underneath. This is in the position of what needs to be done. I have a question. Will you go with me? Hi, Juju. That is so sweet. um, so in the position of what needs to be done. Okay, so we started off here. For those of you that are just joining, I'm going to show y'all these cards underneath here. So we started off with the Queen of Swords. Then we had this Oracle card from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck, Tick Tock. And we had the Page of Coins. And now we got Freedom. So freedom, remember what I said earlier, guys, that Queen of Swords energy is all about cutting out the fat, all about knowing the stuff that you don't need anymore, right? Cutting away all of these things that don't serve you is going to bring you freedom. That's stepping into the real you, coming out of a closet is going to bring you freedom. That's what needs to be done. You need to be free. You need to experience freedom on a deeper level, okay? Most people want money because they want to be free. They want to experience freedom. But seriously, if you are doing questions, I wouldn't mind one. Okay, yeah. A quick question. Go ahead. You can have a question. Juju. Let me know when you're ready. All right. So in order to be free, you gotta be your true self, okay? And being your true self is going to bring about that freedom. So most people want to look a certain way because they feel like people are going to like them better, or they're going to be able to go and do whatever they want to do because of the way they look. People will respect them more, okay? People want to have money because they think that the money brings them freedom, okay? True, money does offer you the freedom to do the things you want, but what would happen if you were to break out of your old mold, come out of the closet, and be free right now without having any of that? What would happen if you were just free right now? What would happen if you would just say, I am free? There is a great mantra that I say every single day that I've been saying now for the past couple of months. My mind is clear, my heart is open, my body is light, and I am free. And I say that every single day because it is a great reminder for myself. It's a great way to clear out any of the muckety muck. Keeping a clear mind, having an open heart, having a light body. A light body means I am filled with light. I am filled with healing light, life force energy. So I feel lighter, which means I can move forward without feeling like I'm stuck and heavy anymore, and that I am free. I'm free right now. I'm free right now. So therefore, I call into my existence and attract things that remind me and give me evidence of my freedom. Okay, so Juju said, I was wondering if there's any girls that I like a lot, if there are any that are thinking about me. Okay, so Juju, that would be a personal reading. I do personal readings. So if you wanted to, okay, so if you wanted a personal reading, you can always contact me through my website and just set up an appointment. Okay, that's what we'll do there. But this reading is for the Taurus collective. This is more of like a paradigm shift type of thing, like a spiritual reading. So I'm not doing those kind of readings right now, but let me know when you're ready for your personal reading. Okay, so that's the freedom card. Let's see. Walk away from restrictions and be free. I don't even need to read any more of this because that's basically, y'all know what this is all about. That's what that's all about right there. Okay. Let's go to the next is what was and what used to be. And we have Jesus. Open your heart to love. Okay. A good, I mean, if you hear something that sparks you right now, you can just ask a question as I'm reading along, because I'm not doing like personal readings right now. This is like a reading for the collective Tauruses whose birthdays fall on May 19th, 20th, and 21st. But it can be for anybody because this is a spiritual reading. So whatever, if you want to just listen on, and if you hear me say something that sparks something, just ask a question, okay? Purple 17 says new mantra in my notebook. Yes, please add it to your repertoire. So we have Jesus, and it says, open your heart to love. See, what did I just say? My heart is open. That's part of the mantra. My heart is open, right? So this is all about, this falls in the position of what was and what used to be. So again, we came out of the struggle of finding balance and trying to deal with all of the things that we were trying to deal with. We're coming out of that struggle. We have birthed new life, okay? A new way of being, a new way of seeing things, a new way of allowing yourself to release. And in that release, love, and this is the love within, this is the love for yourself. This is loving yourself. Open your heart to love. Open your heart to, I'll give you guys another great love mantra. I am divine love. I have the most amazing loving experiences because I am love. I attract love because I am love. I am divine love. I love me because I am divine love. Okay. And your heart is open to that love. Your heart is open to those loving experiences that you give yourself, that you give to others, that you receive from others. Sometimes some of us, I got you, Juju. Sometimes we push away love because we are afraid to receive it because we don't know what to do with it when it comes to us. Okay. And the reason why we don't know what to do with it when it comes to us is because we don't know how to love ourselves. We haven't opened our own hearts to ourselves yet. So Jesus is saying, open your heart to yourself. Go ahead, open up your own heart, okay? To love, to love. And when we think about love, we usually think about loving other people. But we need to think about this is love for the self, okay? And it's self-love, okay? And to love the self is to know the self. And the way you get to know yourself is by spending time with yourself. And loving all the parts of you, loving the ugly parts. If you learn how to love the ugly parts of yourself, if you learn how to laugh at the ugly parts of yourself and stop hiding from the ugly parts of yourself sometimes and say, "Oh, well, why are you here right now? What do you need me to pay attention to? What are you trying to tell me?" And allow you to become familiar with you. That's love. That's self love. Because when you think about how you love another person, okay, let's think about a child, the way you love a child. Nothing that that child does, if it's your child, nothing that that child does can make you love it any less, right? You would sit with that child and you would try to understand why this child is acting out, why this child is doing what they're doing, right? You would try to get to know why that kid is acting out. So you would sit there in love with that child and try to get to the bottom of what's going on so you can help them through it. Why aren't you doing that for you? When those ugly parts of you pops up, when you start acting out, when that mind gets to going and churning and running on 10, stop right there and say, whoa, whoa, wait a minute. What are you trying to tell me? What do you need right now? Because let me tell you something. That little mischievous part of us is nothing but a little child. It's nothing but a little kid that's crying out for what? Love, y'all. Love. It's crying out for love. Go back and watch my video on how to heal your inner child. Okay? So open your heart to love, loving yourself. I am divine love. And I love me because I am divine love, because I am worthy of love. And I love myself first and foremost because I am divine love. What is divine love? Divine love is that love that is runs deep. This is that primordial love that existed before time itself existed. It existed before the planet was here. Okay. It is what we are created from. We are created from love. That's why we are all love. I am love. You are love. Okay. We are love. You're not finding love, you're reconnecting to it. You are remembering love. We don't go here to find love. We're trying to remember it. We're trying to reconnect with it. And the best way to attract the best of the best of the best of the best of the best loving experiences from another person is to be the best of the best loving person to yourself first. And that means being patient with yourself, being kind to yourself, getting to know who you are, all the parts of yourself, looking at those parts and saying, wow, that's what you're trying to tell me? That's what you need from me right now? Okay. All right. And then go on that journey. All right. Let's move on real quick. Okay. Juju said, how can I talk to my inner spirit? Meditation, Juju. Meditation. If you don't meditate already, there are loads of guided meditations on YouTube. You can watch some of I think I have a Reconnecting with Your Spirit guides or Reconnecting with Your Higher Spirit on my channel. So you can look through there. I have some hypnosis videos on there that will help teach you how to connect with your inner spirit. But I would just say meditation is very, very powerful. If you've never meditated before, I have another video on here that teaches you how to determine the amount of time that you need to meditate. It's called How Long Do I Need to Be Meditating? And then find some other guided meditations as well, okay? There's tons of them on YouTube. Yeah, you got to meditate. Meditation is the key. You got to meditate. That's how you get to know who you are. No, your inner spirit is not the same thing as your spirit guide. Your inner spirit is your higher consciousness. Okay, that is your the higher awareness. Is you. It's you on the inside. Okay. Now, a spirit guide could be your higher self. I mean, I am guided by my inner spirit, by my inner awareness, my inner wisdom. Okay. That's the higher consciousness. That's your higher consciousness. But I can also have other spirit guides. I could have a deceased relative be a spirit guide for me. Okay. All right. Good questions, guys. Okay. So let's move over here to the position of what will be. Okay. We have retreat into nature, green man. So again, this is us. This is us, Taurus energy right here. Okay. Um, the Taurus energy is all about green, nature, retreat into nature. I mean, I just took a nice big retreat into nature this weekend for my birthday. I was up in the canyons. It was all green and beautiful, creeks and mountains and ocean. And so this is saying that what will be is your return to nature. Okay. Your return to the self. Okay. Because nature is within. All right. Nature is us. We are nature. We are one with nature. That's why when you go spend time in nature, you not a medium. I don't think I'm a medium. No, I'm not a medium. I do work with when I'm working in hypnosis. I do something called imagery, and sometimes a guide comes through as a relative for the client. Okay. So it's not necessarily, I guess it's a form of mediumship. I wouldn't necessarily call myself a medium. But sometimes our deceased relatives come through, not for everybody, but sometimes they'll come through as a guide. Okay. So I do know some good mediums if you need that, though. So you can just message me or send me an email. Okay. So return to nature. We are nature. So that's why when you go sit in natural settings and you just feel at peace, it's because you're returning to yourself. You're returning to your innocence. Innocence is nature. All right. In the song that Return to Innocence by Enigma. Do you guys remember that group way back in the day? Yes, you're welcome. Thank you, Purple 17. Thank you. Okay, I look for it. This is, to me, this is what this is. I'm picking up on this. Retreat to nature, retreat to yourself. Again, getting back to what Juju was asking about how to meditate. Retreating in nature is getting into the core of who you are. If you need to go sit out in a park in your backyard on your front porch, just to be in the setting of nature, to be around trees, around grass, around flowers, plants, even if you live in the desert, okay, that's a natural setting. If you live on the beach, that's a natural setting. If you live by a lake, that's a natural setting. If you live in the middle of the city, and you have a tree in your front yard or on your street, that's a natural setting. You could just stand there by the tree for a minute and just touch the tree. But it's time to retreat into nature. If you don't have a whole huge natural setting around you, remember that you are nature. When I take people into hypnosis, I usually take them into a journey through a natural setting. When I am walking them down the path, when I am counting them down, I usually take them into a natural setting because we connect so deeply with nature. We can create that natural setting in our subconscious minds, and it has the same effect as being outside has. Okay. So you can connect to that because it is you. All right. So even people say, well, I don't have a lot of nature around me. I live, in the middle of New York City. That's fine. You got a window, you have the sky, you got the sun, you got rain, clouds, whatever. That's nature as well. Sit by the window, look out of the window and connect with yourself. You are nature. It is you. Okay. So this is why we can feel the vibration of trees. We can feel the vibration of flowers, of plants and grass. If you take your shoes off, sometimes I just take my shoes off and I walk right out front and I stand in the grassy patch and I just stand out there in the sunlight and I absorb the energy through my feet. If I can't get to a natural setting, I take myself there while I'm in hypnosis or in meditation. Okay. So, this is also the way that this comes right under the Ace of Swords energy, which I said earlier is all about mastering your thoughts and mastering your mind, your thoughts, and your emotions. When you return to your natural self, to your nature setting, when you retreat into yourself, you begin that process of self-mastery. This is why meditation is so very, very important. Okay. It's also the reason why we are inundated daily by so much media, so many stimulants coming at us. We're barraged with information all day, every day, so that your mind is so cluttered, so clogged, you're so tired and drained that you don't have time to go back to yourself. You don't have time to sit in meditation because everything is so fast and so loud. Okay. This is done on purpose. All right. So the way you take your power back and you begin to master yourself is by getting to know who you are, sitting with yourself, meditating, being still, being silent, and allowing yourself to tap into your true nature. This is why it's so important. And this is why powers that be don't want you to do this, because tell you what to do, because you are creating your own reality. You are the master and the God of your own universe. You don't need somebody else or outside entity or outside government or whatever to tell you what to do. Okay. So let's go up here. We have persistence in the position of the influence from the above spirit realm, persistence. And off the break, I'm getting by any means necessary, connect with your spirit. By any means necessary, be persistent. If you sit in meditation and it feels like it's not working, sit longer. Okay. If you feel like you're trying to tap into your spirit guides and your unseen team, y'all know that's my name for the spirit team. If you feel like you can't connect with them, be persistent. Ask questions. Ask me how to do it. If you need to set up a session where I take you through a process of how to do that, and we do a recording and you can just continue to be persistent. They're saying do not give up. Don't try it once or twice and say, I tried that and I don't like it. It's not working. Don't do that. Be persistent, because you must. It is a must. This three of coins energy came up twice. And this is in the position of the spirit realm, the above influence. Okay. And spirit is saying, tap into us, breathe. Breathe is the card. Look, these are the cards, y'all. Some of you all seen this already. Some of you guys just joined. I need to show it to you. This is the position of the above influence from the spirit realm. The very first card was Three of Pentacles. Okay. Three of Pentacles. They said, this is you reaching out for help and allowing others to help you in the spirit realm and on the earthly realm. Okay. The next card to come out was breathe. And you see this angel is sitting in a meditative position, breathing. That's how you connect. That's how you start to reach out for the assistance of others. Okay. The very next card on top of that, again, was the Three of Pentacles. Okay. The power of creativity, recognition for high quality work. Be a team player. Call upon your spirit team. Allow yourself to get reacquainted with your spirit team, and don't be afraid to. Your spirit team will start to bring people into your world to help you get to this point. Let them help you. And then we have persistence. Be persistent. Don't stop. Some of you will say, I tried meditating, it didn't work, and I just got tired of doing it, and you won't do it anymore. And that's not how you meditate. It is a practice. That's what they call it, a meditation practice. Okay? Get into it. Next card up is priorities. This is in the position of the influence from below, the physical earthly realm, the subconscious. I like to refer to this as the subconscious realm. Okay? Or the Malkuth realm, the earthly realm. All right. So we have here King Solomon, and it says priorities. Your main priority is getting your mind in check. That's what they're saying. Do you see what this card here is doing here? This little, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3. Okay, this is a seven pointed star, and this is King Solomon. Now, if any of you know anything about King Solomon, you know that he was very much so into mental healing, spirit realm, working with spirits, working with angels, working with demons, working with all of that. Okay. They have like the lesser keys of Solomon and the higher key of Solomon and all of that type of stuff. This is all about the main priority here is you tapping into your inner power, into your inner source. Look how his hands are up, how he's accepting the light from this star. I'm going to actually read for this particular card because I want to know a little bit more about the King of Solomon. Anybody have any questions while I look this up? Okay. All right. So the King of Solomon ruled Israel following the death of his father, King David. Solomon was a wise and open-minded man who understood the power of the goddess thanks to the influence of his many wives. Solomon used spiritual alchemy to build the temple of the Ark of the Covenant based upon architectural plans that his father had received in heavenly visions. Call upon King Solomon to resolve dilemmas, to build new projects, and to foster tolerance among various religious and spiritual paths. Additional meanings for this card: let go of procrastination or perfectionism. Break your major goals into baby steps and take one step at a time. Revamp your schedule so that you devote regular time to your priorities. Be assertive in saying no to anything that diverts you from your path. So this just goes right back into what that very first placement is up here about knowing when it is time to let go of the things that no longer serve you. Okay, what is your main priority? Your main priority here in this position with the rest of this energy of these cards I'm going to show you guys again is that Seven of Swords energy. Your mind running away with you. Those negative thoughts taking your mind down a narrow path that's not going to lead you anywhere. Okay. Then we had here a change in the wind. Your priority is to check your mind, get your mind right, tap into your spirit team. Okay. Understand the energy. Understand the goddess energy. Start studying about goddesses. Start understanding what the feminine energy means. Okay. All right. And then we have here the Empress. Speaking of energy, we have the Empress, lavish abundance. Okay. And the only way to get to lavish abundance is to understand what your priorities are. And right now, for us guys, our main priority is to the book and say AJ, which is very powerful. So now my question is okay, you just answered. Wait. I Google searched as you grabbed the book and said AHA, which is very powerful. Okay, I don't know what AHA is. Oh, are you saying AHA popped up when you Google search lesser key? I did a lecture for the AHA. I don't know. I'm not sure. But okay, you got your answer. Oh, aha, gotcha. Duh. I'm a member of the AHA. So when you capitalized it like that, I'm like, well, I did a lecture on Lesser Kia Solomon sigils at the AHA. So, okay, I got you. Thank you. All right. So the Empress energy here is all about lavish abundance, giving birth to your dreams and nurturing yourself. So when we start to get into that energy and that space of giving birth and reconnecting with ourselves on a higher level, like King Solomon. Okay, he was a highly spiritual, magical, a magician, pretty much. Okay, and we all know that magic is really you mastering the subconscious mind. That's all magic is. because it's your intention, okay? It's not some airy fairy woo woo stuff. It's your intention, it's energy, it's manipulating energy, it's focusing the energy, it's understanding the energy, it's understanding your divine feminine and your divine masculine, it's understanding what the primordial um, essence and energy is, okay, of this planet. So when you get to understand the planet and you understand yourself, you understand nature, which means, reconnecting and retreating into nature. Okay. So, like I said, God, this is a very deeply spiritual reading. Okay. This is all about getting back to source. Okay. Getting back to that primordial substance, that thing that creates everything, that energy that creates everything. Okay. And this is how you're going to master yourself. All right. And when I say master yourself, I don't mean like in 6 months, you're just going to have it all down. Okay. But what I mean by master is understanding your mind, understanding how your mind works, and understanding energy and how energy works. Okay. When you begin to understand that, that is the beginning stages of mastery. Okay, because now you understand how the universe works. Now you understand how your universe works, your mind, your body, your spirit, how all of that works. You understand how the energy works. Once you understand that, you are able to craft, create, and navigate through life. Okay, no matter what it looks like, you're able to navigate through it. And that's what this reading is all about for us right now. Okay, this is what it's all about, guys. We got to get into it. So the next card is in the position of what is and the way things are right now. And this is Vishnu. Okay, we have the god Vishnu here. And trust, 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 trust. Remember that other card was deep knowing. Okay. So a lot of us are already in that phase of trusting. We're already there. We're like, you know what? I just know everything's going to work out. But that's not enough. That's not enough. I don't want you guys to get caught up in, oh, it's going to work out. I'm not going to worry about it. You got to do the work. You know it's going to work out, but you've got to do the work. And that's what this reading is saying overall. Yes, it's going to work out. Yes, you're going to step into your abundance. Yes, you're going to experience wealth and success and love on a very, very on a next level type of scale. But you've got to do the work to maintain it, because that's what my coaching program is about. Yes, we can manifest. People have no problems with manifesting. But what happens is a lot of us manifest things and it ends up falling through the cracks a couple of years down the road because we weren't keeping up the foundation. We didn't strengthen the foundation, which is mastery, mastering the thoughts, mastering the emotions, mastering the energy, understanding it. Okay. So we can trust all day long. I trust that things are going to work out. But what happens when things start to unravel a little bit? Do I still trust, or do I need to go in there and tweak it a little bit? Do I know how to tweak it when things don't look as shiny and bright as they usually did? What happens when I witness or find evidence that things are not working out the way I thought they were going to work out? Do I fall between the cracks? Do I break apart? Do I fall apart? Do I know how to pull myself back in? Okay. So definitely trust all day long, but understand that in order to maintain balance, guys, we've got to keep the mind, the body, and the spirit in balance. We've got to pay attention to all three of those things in order for us to truly be at the very, very top of our mastery. Okay. And when I say master, I don't mean now you're not feeling, you don't lose your mind sometimes, or you don't get sad sometimes. We're human beings. That's going to happen. But the mastery comes when you know how to navigate through that. Okay. So let's pull the last card of what will I become. Okay, I have here I'm pulling from the Isis Oracle deck, and I have here the Divine Destiny, Path of the Divine Warrior. Okay. Beautiful. So I'm going to just read to you guys right now. And if you want to, you can kind of just relax because I'm going to read this kind of like a guided meditation. All right. So if you just want to close your eyes, I know it's late for some of you. So if you just want to close your eyes and relax as I read this to you and just kind of take in everything that all of the messages that we pulled today from this reading. It's page 39. And if you just want to kind of just relax and close your eyes and take a couple of deep breaths as I read this to you, and just allow it to kind of just penetrate you and just allow it to settle into all of the cells and your body and your muscles and your mind and your heart space, and just breathe in this amazing, beautiful message that we received tonight, okay? And know that you are equipped and ready to step into the next phase. So, here in the position of what will I become? How will I be transformed? Divine destiny, spiritual work of the higher initiate. The divine warrior guides you to your divine destiny. The divine warrior energy exists within men and women as the inner propulsion to continue with a worthy path, even during times of difficulty. When faced with a challenge, a true warrior will summon more of him or herself to the cause. It might be more wisdom, focus, intelligence, and surrender into the divine. The warrior within has great inner resourcefulness and determination. This part of you will lead you to spiritual success. The oracle of divine destiny is a call to your divine warrior. This part of you has great self esteem and believes that what you desire is worth whatever effort, personal growth, application, focus, and attention are required to obtain it, provided it aligns with your divine destiny. This part of you acts in person until it shines like a diamond in your heart. Then the divine warrior will bring it into being. The path of the divine warrior is not one of any means to an end. The means and the end are considered equally important. The divine warrior will succeed in bringing about your divine destiny, but it will be done in a way that is in integrity with deep spiritual values. There are important teachings on the path of the feminine about the need for surrender and allowing for the best manifestation. The divine warrior is not at odds with these, but continually surrenders into the greater unfoldment and play of cosmic forces, seeking to align with those forces for greatest power and flow. The oracle of divine destiny often comes at a time when there is something that you feel you are struggling to attain. It may be a vague sense or clear vision. There's something within your heart that you have almost given up hope on, wondering if it is ever really going to come together. This oracle comes with the message that although you may feel struggle or challenge, it is not a sign to step away in this situation. It is a sign to put your faith in the divine warrior within instead. This warrior may shift approach, change expectation, go within to find the resources you require, or find a completely different path to get you to your destiny. To what this applies, ask yourself what it is in your life that you feel you are fighting to attain or maintain. Find what it is not in form, but in essence. If it is your job that you are fighting for, then it may be your freedom and responsibility that you are really fighting for. For an example, if you are fighting for your weight or eating habits, then it might be the right to express your true feelings that you are fighting for with your body as the divine warrior, refusing to give up the right to truthful expression. Find the truth of what you are working towards and keep your heart and mind centered in that truth. Your divine warrior will get you what you need and deeply desire in alignment with your best and highest divine destiny. You deserve no less. So, guys, go ahead and close your eyes and be aware of the stillness within you. And imagine that you can read your inner heart as if it were a beautiful book of words, images, and scenes. Imagine, sense, or feel that this book within your heart is accessible to you now. And as you ask silently within, where am I fighting for my divine destiny right now? Be aware that the book will respond to you, falling open at a particular page. Imagine that you can perceive or feel the contents of that page, letting yourself be aware of any impressions, whether they make sense to you or not. If you do not sense anything, that's fine. It doesn't mean that nothing is happening. It just means that you aren't consciously aware of it for now. But be patient and intend to receive guidance, which will become clear to you during this ritual, right now or later on, whatever serves you best. Now, ask the book, how do I best fight so that my divine destiny will manifest? And be aware that the book opens at a particular page and you see, sense, or feel, perceive, or notice certain colors, feelings, or impressions. You may see images or get clear guidance, or you may find that you don't notice much consciously at all. Even if the latter is the case for you, do this exercise anyway because you will be receiving guidance at a subconscious cellular level that will have a healing and guiding effect on your thoughts, your actions, and impulses. This is a deep healing exercise, no matter how vivid your perception of your inner book might be. Take your time in coming back to your heart now, taking in a nice, deep, cleansing breath. And when you're ready to open your eyes, go ahead and do that. And if you had any insights that you might wish to write down, go ahead and write them down immediately before your awareness leaves this altered state. And here's an incantation that you can say while you're standing up on your feet. You can do this first thing in the morning when you open your eyes. Warrior strong within my heart, you beat. My highest destiny I shall meet. Your power, focus, and determination ends fear, doubt, and procrastination. Warrior strong within my heart, you beat. Together, my highest destiny, we greet. Okay. All right, guys. Well, I thank you all for joining me this evening. Let's see. Also, a few people had a question. Can you please do one personal read for free? I'm a very friendly person. I don't do free readings. I'm sorry. Okay. So yeah, I don't do free readings. Whenever you're ready, let me know and we can talk. Okay. So hopefully something that you picked up from here tonight can be of service to you in some kind of way to help give you some insight around that. I know that there's people who probably do that, so you might want to check with them, okay? But I thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. Ooh, we are 2 hours in. All right, so I'm going to leave now. I thank you guys for staying with me all this time. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. I hope that you got something from this reading. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you have not subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I do a lot of teaching about how to use the subconscious mind to help you tap into your inner power and to help you create and manifest at lightning speed, and to also help you to build your manifestations on solid ground and not sinking sand. Okay. I teach you how to, work with your emotions, work with those so-called demons, and how to use them for your highest and best good. I am currently running a coaching program. It's an online coaching program called Be Magic, that stands for bold, empowered, mindful, agile, grounded, intentional creator. Okay. And it's all about learning how to use the power of your subconscious mind, how to focus your energy and manipulate energy. It comes with a lot of guided meditations and hypnosis. So check it out. The link for that is in the description below. If you guys have any questions for me, you can always send me an email at shara@opendoorhypnosis.com. Check out my website, www.opendoorhypnosis.com. If you would like to set up a consultation over the phone with me, if you're interested in working one-on-one with me as a coach, then you can set up your free 20-minute phone consultation. I do not do free sessions in that consultation. I don't do free readings in that consultation. That consultation is just for you to ask me questions and for me to get a better idea of how you would like to utilize my services to help you step into your divinity and into the next unfoldment of your existence. Okay. I love you guys so much. Have a blessed, beautiful night. Happy birthday to you, Tauruses, and to you, Geminis, coming up right around the corner. I'll probably be back to do a Gemini reading pretty soon. Okay. But thanks again for your time and your energy. Much love to you. I'll see you in the next video. Peace and blessings. All right. Bye-bye, guys.